Vanisher Horizon Scraper came out early. Just a little early on YouTube, which is kind of cool. I know that there is a movie attached to this, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Lyrics wouldn't be out yet. I'm so glad that this is out now too, because I just fucking got home. I've been at the freaking hospital all fucking day. Nothing serious, but my brother just had like a muscle fucking issue. Thank God. Anyways, so now we're here. I get to sit down. I had my chicken nuggets, and I'm ready to go, bro. I'm ready to feel the vibe. So let's do this. I'm gonna try to make sure I can, because I don't think there's gonna be like timestamps available yet. So yeah. So the start of the album, you got a 6-minute track that's pretty much just like some vocalizing, like he's pulling a full-on like Caroline Polachek there. You have some little choral part, and then this sort of like repetition, no questions asked near the end. So kind of just feels like, you know, we're opening into this album with this. So, you know, you need to know where we're going from here.
To my heart, when I'm hot, that's the way I make it. Wipe the seas and I see me there. He's been waiting long. Take you home and find
So y'all gonna be eating this up. I already know. Holy shit! Yeah, that song was really, 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 really good. And it's hard to even really collect my thoughts because I'm sitting there thinking I'm gonna talk about this. There's like 4 different sort of like noticeable sections in this song, and I think taking all those different directions, different sounds, sort of taking my focus. It's very well orchestrated stuff. Wow, liking him vocally. I hate giving the sound like Radiohead allegations, but there is a little bit of Radiohead-esque at the start. Even vocally, I'd say, kind of reminded me of Jamie Stewart from Shoo Shoo. I will say. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Quadeca looks so much like my fucking friend Randall, it's not even funny. They're like the same fucking person. Shout out Randall, alright? What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I like the visuals on here, too, of this like album movie. Bringing me Bioshock vibes. Also Lighthouse, it's gonna remind me of the Lighthouse, which if you've not seen the Lighthouse, man, if you can handle horror movies, that's my top 10 of all time, man. I love the Lighthouse. That's one of those movies that I have to like show to my friends, and it's because I don't know, like I am kind of a person who like really likes watching movies alone and like taking it in that space, but Lighthouse is one of those that just brings people together, you know, to me at least. What was I gonna say too? Yeah, the color scheme of this too, like the blue and stuff, it also reminds me of a movie. I don't know why, it just brings me to it's a British movie, it wasn't really big, called Bait. It's like fisherman dude. That movie was such a fucking vibe. So you might not have heard of that, so definitely check that one out.
When I was young, I was so certain. I thought that I would find one person and eyes can see the potato skin looks after place of your boots right where you left off. Don't get too cute, they're watching you say all the eyes can see the potato skin keeps watching.
I was everything but in between. To belong in the scenery when the background will set me free.
Getting strong variety in the track listing too. Third one being a little more folk centered, which Guide Dog was my favorite song off of Scrapyard, but this isn't so straightforward of a folk song. I think it kind of starts off with that and then leads into more of a grandiose impact, and those drums that are being brought up are quite nice, especially with that synth that's like attached alongside to it. Cool.
I can read you from within. I thought you knew something
I like this song a lot. This song is like very easy to just jump into. I was thinking too, like imagine like this type of sound, like Frank Ocean being on a sound like this would kind of fucking work, man. But regardless, one thing I was gonna say is this song, I feel, because I know Quadeca is, you know, he's certainly got his audience now, but he's not some big name. But I think this song could do numbers. I honestly think that this song could sell. You know what I mean? Like it could kind of, I don't know. It's not like fucking radio song like Last Friday Night, fucking Katy Perry, but I could see it playing on a radio station for sure. Okay, thank God I check after like every song and so forth, so I realized my head's sort of going that way.
Melting in my hands like salt and water. Spoken like the father of a father. I thought getting on would take way longer. Sunset in my way. Gold on my body, I said oh it's my way. Godstained my body, crash my getaway. I could hear the pain from the landline. It's all like this. To the spirits from the bottom, I wanna leave a message for the person from tomorrow. Extended plans till I end up on a list. Spirits on the floor till we learn to coexist. WNY, feeling in a bliss. It's calm. Whatever gets me, don't get me wrong. Whatever gets me probably had me all along. Call it what you want. I talk like this.
This was a strange one. This one I wasn't fully sure on in that first half of the song, but I kind of came around to it for sure. It's just very sonically engaging. Like it's just, you always got some sort of brush of noise kind of coming in there, and it's kind of mixed in well with those horns there as well. But it's not a song instantly like connecting compared to the other ones, but I am certainly loving it.
It's that time of the year where I start getting old. There's traditions I try just to see what'll hold. Darling, don't you give up on a Monday. I wanna tell you I want you. You'll probably take it the wrong way. Next time I'll take you the long way. It's that time of the year where there's smoke in my breath. There's a hole in the down and a trick up my sleeve. Darling, don't you give up on a Monday. Losing my grip on the runway. I wanna get there with you now. Next time I'll take you the long way. When the water is warm. give up on wanting. I wanted to you, I want you. You might have took it away.
Bro, yeah, that song is fucking goated. I really, really like this song. Very beautiful, very lush. Okay. Oof. Alright, Quadeca.
Brush 'em off, no step without a shoe. That shooting star comes when the sun out. Better make that wish before they run out. I used to live in my regret. I look to the night sky to copy what I do. Swear it was fine with me last week. Cried a couple times, 51 exactly. For every sign he tried to tip out, I felt God when the power lost to switch out. I look to the night sky to copy what I do. It's dancing like an now coming live from inside the moon, believe it or not. I feel the rhythm from my room, I'm slipping it out. Let that vessel be a vessel, see what you got. Any second, he's gonna try. I look to the night sky to copy what I do. It's dancing like an
A little bit of like a hip-hop affair here on this song. It's quite light, digestible. Okay.
I feel like I had more shit to say when I was 17. Now my perception got so filled that my spaces are shrinking. Like there's no room for me and me with the way that I'm thinking. There's still some shit that keeps me pure if I just let it flow. I saw so many new horizons and did not pursue it. I sound like a broken record when I'm talking through it. Backing out my truth, agree's best unsaid. I'm dying in this booth, all I see is red. I'm fighting my excuse to get me off the ledge. Cause if I jump I might survive and that scares me the most. That's right, alright. That's right, alright. Don't get any better. If I wasn't me, would I still be me? It's like if I woke up in that other body.
You want to do this or would you want for anything else?
That's fine, alright. That's fine, alright. Don't get any better than this. Life, that's fine. Another blind spot. Every answer I got, ask the question why not. That's just sort of. Every mirror in my life makes another blind spot. Everything that I got is that's why.
I have to say, like, this is a lot different than Scrapyard. I think Scrapyard was, or you know what was that album, the Like a Ghost one, which, you know, I really need to give a re-listen to that one and sit with that, because I liked that album, but it wasn't something that I really, really liked, which Scrapyard I did. But this is a lot more sound-wise, full, conceptual, where, although I did feel like Scrapyard was conceptual, its sound wasn't trying to be this way. Still bending genres with that album, but here it's really just the progression that a song can dig is very unpredictable, and I am certainly liking that journey it's taking me on. This might be my favorite song. This or Waging War Still, man. You know, you started off strong, I will say. That's a very nice instrumental there. I also think visually what this film was doing with it being underwater, like, really did help give a vibe to the music.
Somebody's after me. Somebody I can't see. Somebody's after me. Somebody I can't. Somebody's after me. Somebody's after me. Somebody's after me. Somebody I can't see. Somebody died this morning. All of them died, no warning.
Pretty good exit to that song, but I do think that this one was my least favorite. Maybe just the repetition of the verse there, like, just wanting more, but does deliver in interesting ways vocally, and I think the instrumentation is always, you know, impressive, so.
And I don't want an olive branch from you. I'll strike down the whole tree. Yeah. Bad news, you can't make a man from a god at all. Deliverance in the wind, deliberate in your fall. And I'm sorry you went all that distance and paces. It covers the world and back. In that ground I found infinite mazes and never set foot on.
I do like this song, and I do really like where it takes me by the end. It gets quite hectic, but it does feel kind of strange being on this album. Like, it feels very out of place. Unless, you know, when I look at the lyrics, if this kind of feels like it means something narratively, I'm not going to fully get why this is on here. Alright.
Trying to get you out your circle every day to the week. Take you to them deep waters, know I'm wavy as that's me. I'm the beast of the night, ain't I'm about to take flight. Take the light from the dark, wanna swim with the shark. What's next on the menu? That's a bon appetit. Bring terror to your eyes when you're looking at me. But the sound of a beat ain't sweet music to me. When the people singing harmony, I gotta retreat.
They say in the rear view must be fake. That I'm here too. I play the bang until it comes through now. I can feel the shaking when it's deep underneath. Tell me when's the last time we see one of these. Moon man fishing when he leaves out the sea. Closer to the edge, getting steep in my reach. Out of the premises, if you like, turn on that television of mine, I should have broadcast the whole time. Every angle, another gold mine. Snake in the rear view, must be fade down here too. I put it back until he pierced through. In a spot on my own light. If it's the end of the world, why not tonight? It's the end. It's the same old story, how it came and went. It's the end. I got a front row seat, that's what I call it. I'm kicking out my feet, no need to stall it. It's the end. With open arms, I welcome you. And I run.
I really, 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 really love that song. That's like a very eerie vibe. I'd say a lot of the songs in here, they can be pretty emo, but blissful, right? You don't really feel that with this one. Not that it's like uber dark, but it's moody for sure. And Danny rapping on that, man, it works. It's very cool to see Danny working with the likes of Quadeca or, you know, even on Junior Movers' last album. It's really cool to see him kind of leaning into this type of artistic direction. And I remember when I think Danny Brown initially actually posted about Leroy. And I remember seeing that and being like, oh my god, this fucking bro is so tapped in, like, my gosh. When seeing the artists like get it, like, or even, I remember when Kevin Abstract posted about Frailty, man. Oh, that got me so, I was like, yo, like, you know, it's like very positive attention. You gotta love that.
All in a haze, there's a life underneath. Do you like what you see? Love forever.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard in my fucking life, man. Very rare does it happen where I give a song like a 10 out of 10 right away. You know, it has to build to that. It has to have that emotional impact or have some personability to it, to my life. But this did it. Man, that song was fucking gorgeous. It really takes you on some emotive journey at the end as well. Like, that is fucking beautiful, man. Play that at my fucking funeral. One more song left. Before we get to the next song as well, I want to shout out the fact you got Maruja on this. That's kind of cool, man. Maruja's a really good band. I think they have, what is it? Maybe 2 EPs, right? I've listened, oh no, they have 3. I have listened to all 3 of those. Since 2023, the stuff earlier I haven't listened to, but all of them are great and worthy of checking out. I did listen to the Vault thing, and then their debut album comes out in September. I don't know if I'll be reacting to that. We'll have to see what happens when the time comes. But one more song.
Return to a path, hiding in overgrown grass. If you didn't chase it, it would have stayed still. It can take you anywhere you like. Open your hand and your palm. Drown out the countdown to the alarm. The line curves into a path, and the sweat in the hands of a man who has never forgiven himself. And the answers I so desperately crave will cover me in the shape of a cave. I accept your answer. I was just a pretender who learned how to surrender. At least I know something you won't. My world ends so much worse and so much harder. To me that is better. To where we're the same.
Last song is really fucking cool too. Kind of getting Maruja to take over the helm. You're gonna end this album out on some really intense fucking post-rock, and then having that really cool spoken word on there. Yeah, I can't not say that this album is like, very impressive. Okay, there's a good handful of different sounds to be found throughout this project. It really does take you on a journey, one that I'm gonna want to pay more attention to on that next listen, for sure. Yeah, wow. I don't know. I'm gonna have to sit with this just for a bit. Again, Scrapyard. Love it. This, like, if you had only listened to Scrapyard, I know I've listened to the Ghost album, and that kind of prepares me for this, in the sense of sound-wise, how impactful I think it wants to be. But heavily listening to Scrapyard and then going into this, way different. Way different. And I think that album, Scrapyard, for instance, I'm really able to pick tracks out and re-listen to them, and I could possibly do that with a few tracks on here, and as time goes on I will be able to, but it really just feels like a fucking album, you know what I mean? So it's not something where I can go, oh, I like this song, I like this song. It really feels like I need to consider all the pieces together, truly. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 on first listen. This is a really fucking cool album. I don't really know if it would get lower, maybe 8.5, but also maybe 9.5. I'm not seeing the 10. I don't know. But Forgone, 10 out of 10, easily for that song. Anyways, yeah. I'm gonna listen to this a few more times, and then I'll let you know what my final thoughts are. Okay. Vanisher Horizon. Is it Scrapper or Scraper? I don't know why I'm like not 100% sure. Scraper. There you go. I give it a 9 in the video. I gave it 4 more listens, and then I listened to half of it at work today, and then there was 2 other times where I listened to it but I fell asleep. But I mean that in a positive way, because I'm just chilling. I'm just in a chill state, so I fell asleep. I'm gonna bump this up to a 9.5 out of 10. I don't think I could give it the 10. Do I think it'd be possible to get a 10 later in life? You know, I think with something this conceptual, I think maybe I could come around to feeling that way, because I am really impressed with this. Okay. I think giving it the 9.5 too just goes because of having, maybe there's just a few songs where I'm like, okay, I don't like this as much as the other ones. This is an interesting album because it is one of those types of albums, because they come, right, where there's albums that I really, really think are like marvelous, but they don't stick right away. Yeah, first listen to this didn't entirely stick right away, maybe because I was expecting something else. But it's something that I have to sort of really sit and chew on. It's kind of how I feel about fucking Bjork. You know what I mean? But regardless, beautiful, beautiful album. Lots of great different sounds to get from this, right? Like these sort of folkish sounds. We get like the hip-hop elements to this, well, that hardcore sort of post-rock breakdown that you get in that last song, and then these very nice sort of ambient stuff going on as well. All around, it's fucking beautiful. So I'm very glad that Quadeca, and Quadeca is quite young, you know, like 24 years old, and I think their ability to, this is like their second sort of concept album, and I'm aware that maybe their music back in the day when they were younger and still a YouTuber, I don't know when they stopped being a YouTuber, but wasn't perceived in the same way. It wasn't maybe working towards maybe the same sort of artistic statement, but they have proven themselves, okay? They have proven themselves that they have a voice that is more than the average, you know what I mean? It's very much so worth your attention. And also, too, even with this movie, man, I think that this is an album that, I'm thinking specifically, like, let's say like an older audience that wouldn't be attached to this music, I feel like they just wouldn't be able to, they can't deny what this is accomplishing. Yeah, I love this. If there's anything else you want to see me react to, anything at all, you can put a comment down below, and thank you for watching. Peace.